team, right? You can spread, the defense has to spread themselves a bit more thin. They're good. They have more options on the attacking side.
Yeah.
But I think for 100 Thieves too is we've seen them very comfortable in applying pressure down C long as well, right? Like they have no problem sending it down C to try to catch the attacking team off guard. So keep a close eye on that as well as Riv. Look at how they're set up already.
You don't say. I was gonna say you don't say.
Gosh,
looks like that may be happening.
My fortune-telling ball is in full effect here. Look at them already sending it down. Ethan going to be the tip of the spear. Nobody is home. The thing is, if they continue to push down here, Zombs may catch him slipping.
Omen did?
Oh, Ethan. The new addition to the roster coming up big on that opening pick.
They are already into B. This is one of Sentinel's favorite plays. Get that spike into B. Usually on that Shazam. Otherwise, now it is Tenz who's going to be doing that and happy to get it down. They take it for now, though, and they start to push around. Great defense by Steel as they know it might be a fake. And now it's going to be 100 Thieves trying to pinch in. Doug, this looks real grim now for Dapper.
It absolutely does. Left alone in a 1v4. The thing is, Steel Ethan, weak. So it's, and maybe doable is a strong word. I guess technically it's doable, but it's just a very difficult situation here if you're Dapper. I like how he's trying to reposition the sniper mentality. Get a kill, reposition.
They're in 1v1 spots. Dog, this could be bad. If they don't move, they're good. But they're right now in 1v1 spot. Okay.
Huh. Whew. I
thought Hiko was going to move out a little bit there.
Yeah, and you're right, Rave. If he could have isolated those 1v1s, done. Right? Send that bad boy out, pack it up. Absolutely filthy. But the fact that 100 Thieves stayed patient, again, the discipline to maintain that crossfire, to have each other's back there, really was what won them that round.
It looks scary for a second. Sometimes you're like, oh, they're moving up. I could take them out, but nah. Patience. 100 Thieves has it. It's going to feel really good for them to get the pistol. Moving in with a bit of momentum now, and knowing they can start to change what happened on that last map.
Look at Breach.
Here, a bit of a pressure force. There is that Breach from fault line we were talking about. They would come over and slow things down.
Now, the interesting thing is they show that, but oftentimes, now I'll say this, Breach will do that probably every round, or close to every round. The difference is, oftentimes, Asuna and Hiko are on a long to either throw a dart and throw a nade and really kind of try to disrupt something. This time it was left alone. The site's open, but I like this setup defensively from 100 Thieves. You've got Steel up top, Nitro going in. He's going to be the first one there. He's going to drop. Steel does too. They've gotten onto the site, Riv.
Nitro and Steel feeling a little Rambo-ish there against the Eco. Now it's going to be a few weapons in the hands of Sentinels as they get the chance to defend. Asuna getting pushed out by the Roomba. And post-plant almost about to be on par now. 50 seconds in. Got it. All right, so 300 in the pocket. This is going to be good for Sentinels if they can pick up more. Tenz coming up huge.
And this is so big for Sentinels from a financial perspective. If they throw the half in the bucket, right? If they can do this financially to 100 Thieves, unreal. A thrifty round, a beautiful one at that from Sentinels. And they did so through getting those opening picks early on to 100 Thieves. And look at the economy now, Riv. It flips everything on its head.
Yep. That's tough, and they didn't get phased by any of the Breach utility coming through. They still played the round they wanted to play, and usually with that Breach utility, you'll see a focus on a take of lobby, as you were saying before. You know, the dart comes up and follows through. They're still going to get that Breach utility out over towards the A side, but things are switching up now. We have Cypher over there. Steel's going to start playing on the side of A.
CC early on. Sentinels understanding that's where some pressure's coming from. Look to try to take the middle of the map. Shazam's drone. It's going to go through first, but with the aggression from 100 Thieves through Garage. Shazam's waiting there on the other side. He's going to drop 6 swings, 6. Phantom is just filthy.
Sentinels just deathballing mid right now. They feel okay with that. They say, if we have more, then it doesn't matter what they're coming at us with this in this eco round. Zombs. Nice kill on to Steel there as they just keep cleaning these ones up. Nitro will be found in sight. Tenz being Tenz. That can't just enter a site regularly. Hops up out of the box and takes Nitro down.
And look, Riv, that round that we just saw, again, I want to draw back to how things went sideways for the thrifty round on the second round of the map. Yeah. Because if that doesn't go the way of Sentinels, that round that we just saw doesn't happen. Right? All of a sudden, we're talking about 100 Thieves in a bonus and how far can they ride the gravy train. But that thrifty round win, as I was saying, unlocks everything for Sentinels. Now 100 Thieves on a rifle, they're back to a position of strength, but they've got Tenz with the Blade Storm on the other side.
Loses that. Looks like that orb's going to be for Sick, I believe. As they're just waiting to grab it right now. It definitely didn't go to Dapper. He would have that ultimate up. They're going to start pushing, though. And they're playing off of seeing this, maybe the breach breach utility and not pushing long yet. But if they would have gone long, they would have definitely meeting that opponent of Asuna at the point. 2-1 right now. It's going to be the C take, and they are almost all but in. Tenz was a little late with the spike there as they had to pick it up, but they're going to be good to go as they have post plant already set up.
And you see they're sticking to the site, right? Like oftentimes you'll see teams plant down and then play for C long, go all the way back to the bottom of C long, and then play off of that. Kind of force the defending team to play through chaos as they're trying to get the retake. But they, with the confidence that they've shown in map 1 and so far in map 2, for them to fully stick onto the site, you can tell, Riv, 100 Thieves, look at how patiently they're playing this out. They might not even try.
Yeah, I don't... Oh, that
no.
could have been a possibility. Yeah, everybody's too far away at this point, though. You're right. Weapons to be saved, and they're considering very early that this is going to be tough. Sentinels are feeling on their game, and that's the consideration we get out of trying to save here as Asuna gets hunted down. Looks like he'll stay safe in a quick C hit from Sentinels. You've had a bit of milling about across the map. They know they can get some good aggression onto that, and the team commits, pushing forward even more to make sure 100 Thieves cannot get through. Here it is one more time as they start going in. Dapper opens it up, and then Shazam's already in garage to stop any rotations.
It just takes so much space away and really puts 100 Thieves in a very precarious situation where they can't find a comfortable way to get back in. And you saw so early, they punted, right? They still had 3 up, and they just understood the depth of the control that Sentinels had on that site was going to be impenetrable.
A main control coming up once again, Doug. Asuna needing to get a few frags under his belt so he can start capitalizing on those showstoppers.
Now, a slightly different flavor, but Sick gets to run it back, and look at the space, Riv. He gets all the way in garage. Nitro's going to be there. Nice shots to at least dispatch that and not drop. And I like this response from Asuna. Understanding the aggression was going into the garage, he's going to push his lane to A long and get a kill. Ethan follows up with one as well. Sheriff's coming online, baby.
Feels good when you hit those laser shots. Dapper, however, on his patented lurk. Now leave out on the B site. He does have that gate up. And threw it up to kind of fake over towards the A side, and they do get an ultimate out of Ethan there, so he'll be trying to hold down on A. They have completely faked out one, but it is going to be Steel waiting to see if he's right, and he makes the call, I believe, with that spike, and you can see Ethan now pack it up on A and head towards C.
Oh, wow. Just a fraction of a second late for Steel, and then not able to land the kill anyway. Doesn't delay the defuse, doesn't get the kill, doesn't have any armor either. And at this point, if you're Steel, you just got to buy time for Ethan to show up. You can't afford to lose your life in a situation like this. Oh my God, the gun barrel gives everything away. Zoms is so weak as well. Now Ethan's going to show up. Zoms in a brutal spot here. I mean, he's got some utility, so he's got a chance. But he's got to respect it, and Steel's just going to stick it. So well played by 100 Thieves.
What are the chances, as well as cleaning up the last kill there? What are the chances? You see the muscle through a double utility block. Oh my word. Steel making the choice there. Standing still was the death we see of the Cypher. And here's the replay. Ethan coming up huge and for as much as 100 Thieves dealt with a bit of timing last map, that if you got to fall in their favor here. Great play by Steel there to push up and be aggressive.
All right, now take a look at Tenz. He's got the op this round. He's got the Blade Storm as well. We're going to see the same setup. Breach utility, Dart comes out. Right, there it is. There it is. That's what we've been waiting for, Riv. Asuna with the paint cans in conjunction with the utility from Breach and the Dart from Sova get them the opening pick.
So they're a little version of a slow orb nade, right? They can get back in there. There's multiple ways to do it. Nitro Steel now stepping up big as they get a little bit of a push out and don't feel deterred by Sentinel's aggression here at the start of the round. Spike on Tenz is all the way back here with an operator, and they're just looking for a pick. We got a minute left, and I think they're going to try to use the rest of this time.
Potentially, I mean, I think priority number one here is keep the op alive, or at least keep it safe.
Yep.
And if you can get, I mean, you've got to get, what, at least 2 to make it feel comfortable, right? Like a maybe?
Yeah. And with the game so close, that's a wait position too. You wait to see if anybody comes to you. You don't go find that. Sentinel's looking at next round a possible ult on Shazam if they can focus an orb for him. Having from the shadows to go somewhere during the Sova's Hunter's Fury is very effective. We've seen multiple teams use it to create chaos, and you have Tenz right there. Whether or not he blade storms with the op right away, it could just be a play for C. And I love the ping, then the shot to mark him, and we'll see if he's actually found. Steel's going to play it slow.
Asuna just on the other side. Again, the pings were there. The mark was there as well, so they have a good idea, and then the Cloudburst gives it away. No way, Tenz stays alive in this, and Zoms gets the pick onto Steel. Really impressive use of utility for him to dash back and get another one. There are the 2, but there's just not enough time.
Nice shot onto Ethan. They will re-rack the teams on our 7th round, 3-3 here onto Haven. Gonna have 100 Thieves trying to do what they can from the defensive side here on the first half as Sentinels pushing forward. Where are you, Shazam? Actually looking towards hay bales in mid, so it's not going to be an alt-orb focus right away. Still have a bit of time before the wall drops in an initial towards C or A, but we'll see if they get Hunter's Fury as a priority on this round. Standard and default for Sentinels, but not for 100 Thieves.
Here we go, here we go. The paranoia is there. The showstopper follows up. Once again, nobody's home. We talked about that aggression that they like to show down C long. We saw it right off the bat. We see it here. Now, the interesting thing is, will they keep the space, right? All the space that they took away, it looks like they're going to be willing to give right back, understanding that Sentinels feel that aggression from C. They're going to send all the way to A.
Nitro does have that rolling thunder. Underneath heaven goes Zoms. That's going to be a from the shadows. They have 3 working up. He's kind of sourcing out the site. Everybody's taking a bit to get in here, but the utility is firing through, and Doug, it looks like it is going to be the A commit.
Yeah, and it looks like 100 Thieves very comfortable playing for the retake here, right? You see Steel up
top. Ops
mission. Now check this out. We saw this before. Asuna's going to drop a satchel charge, and if he chooses to blast out, Steel will follow. The Hunter's Fury from Shazam. Oh no! Tenz gets the pick on the Steel. That's huge. Zoms gets one onto Ethan as well. Things have gone sideways. 100 Thieves just down to 3 members left. The retake is absolutely stuffed.
What? They go to plant, they leave the site, then use Hunter's Fury. Oh my word, they're just toying with 100 Thieves right now and what time they're supposed to enter and what they're going to find once they get into the site. Everybody had walked out when Hunter's Fury was being used. What a play here from Sentinels, and they are going to take this round handily, only losing Dapper as this one ticks out. Hiko is going to look to save along with Nitro.
And we've, watching film, we've seen how comfortable 100 Thieves are on the retake, specifically on A, right? They'll set, you called out that Rolling Thunder, they'll stack that Rolling Thunder with the Paranoia and the Dart over the top, and that really gives away the entire site. That gives them so much room, and they're so good from that position. But that opening pick from Tenz onto Steel up in heaven really started, that was the straw that broke the camel's back on that retake. From there on forward, there was nothing that they had. They just couldn't, they really couldn't find a way in at all.
Yeah. All right, Sentinel's pulling out some of those stops and see if we get all of them soon here. Tenz still on the Blade Storm, about 3 rounds on that now as he's continuously holding the operator. You can see 300 in utility means he's been feeling good from round to round as they can get him that operator back. Let's see what they have coming in here. It is going to be that Rolling Thunder and Hiko's ultimate. So there is a lot of delay 100 Thieves can work here on the defensive side in round 8.
And I think the thing is, the question is, with all of that delay in mind, will they choose to play retake again? Right? Or are they going to commit a bit more onto a site?
It doesn't seem so bad without all the ultimates up for the Sentinel side.
And it's interesting here, choosing to leave B open, so oftentimes, man, that's raw. That's so difficult there for Ethan as he gets picked off. 100 Thieves once again at a disadvantage early.
They found my wire.
Just ready for everything, honestly. It's been such an impact to have Tenz on a team in the tournament. He is just making changes everywhere here when the team needs it. Shazam Drop steal, so they have a little bit of knowledge that the map is open, but behind them could be a problem here. We'll see what can happen from Asuna as he makes his way around again in a sight for Sentinels.
Yeah, but Shazam is wise to it. Look at how far up Shazam is gone. Nitro tried getting it. Shazam, there was that flank taken off the board. Hiko was there alone.
Wow.
Trying to get the swing onto there as well, and he gets punished. Sentinels, Riv, they look, nope.
They're not forgetting a thing. Everybody's got a trusted angle to be watching. No one's second guessing that. Yeah, Tenz is going to hit those anyways. But you're right. Like, as Shazam came up here, finds himself the second kill at the end of the round at perfect timing when the flank would have mattered. And finding the back of this 100 Thieves members quite often here on these retakes. Sentinels has been moving quite fast.
Let's see. Okay. So on a light pistol round, or on a light gun round for 100 Thieves, oftentimes you see them full send through mid. This time, posting up a bit through garage. You've got Asuna playing up tight. And what I love from Sentinels here is you can tell they've done their homework, man. Look at how far back they're playing, knowing that 100 Thieves like that, right? In this moment, they generally like to full send mid, and they're just waiting for them to come to him.
Expecting a rolling thunder, maybe, right down there in the window or right out garage. Yeah, that's such a huge call, Doug, because that's them knowing exactly what they could be up against. And when you're already one step ahead of your opponents, you get to move first. Looking into that C site now, expecting to even find more aggression in mid. 100 Thieves is going to play the full death ball on this retake with all 5 members and their pistols. Here goes the running back for Sick. Let's see what he can find.
Paranoia was out there as well to kind of lead the way, give Six some room to work with. And, dude, and he gets the kill on Nitro.
For the run it back, I'd say not worth. You're just giving the guy a bit of cash there and allowing the rest of the team into sight to know that that sheriff is gone. Spike has been planted. Tenz being Tenz.
I mean, I like what they're trying to do here, both Hiko and Asuna on the flank. Dapper's tripwire, though. And then Tenz on the other side as well. You can tell, man, 100 Thieves, they just don't have very many options here, Riv.
Yeah. We'll see what the next gun round brings them. They're stacked. They've been stacking ultimates here, but I think they just get a little too worn down when the round starts. Yeah, getting in, utility hitting for their actual strat to be executed as well as they would like, and it's kind of making them hesitate a lot. You don't see that from 100 Thieves, and again, it's still credit to Sentinels. Can't take anything away from them. They've been playing an immaculate series so far already. Here, putting some padding in between them and 100 Thieves as we move to round 10.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. Sentinels, I mean, they've just clicked, right? At every aspect of the game, they've clicked. Now, you meant
9,000. Look at the bankrolls.
I mean, money for days, right? And he's got an op. He's sitting there carrying it over from the next round. It didn't spend a dime on this round. Now, the thing is, for 100 Thieves, you mentioned the ultimates that they've got online. They've got 3 to work with here. And much like the last map on Ascent, we talked about there was a moment in the first half where you needed to see something, right? Like, yeah.
I'm not sure what that noise was.
That was me. I mean, there's Sentinels just look so good, Riv. And I think the tricky thing is here for 100 Thieves, specifically on Ascent, you want, if you can get to 7-5, right? You've got a chance. You look good going into the second half, but Sentinels just don't seem to be giving up an inch. There's the Rolling Thunder that we've been waiting on for as long as we have. That's going to push them off the site. Ethan's going to follow up as the first. Hiko joins in on the action as well. Excellent post plants from Sentinels. The operator in the hands of Tenz. Excellent smoke, but he swings just a hair too early. Shazam gets up close and personal as well. Tenz, excuse me, with the Blade Storm. Hunting, looking for Nitro. He's going to get it. A 3K for him. Sentinels take the round again.
Honestly, you have no right winning a round when you plant B and they have Rolling Thunder up. That was risky. Sentinels obviously love to change up what they're doing, but knowing that Nitro's still alive and just planting right there, they get out, they make it happen still. It just seems like they have an answer for everything right now, Doug.
And, you know, you even see in that round, split moments, right? Like split-second moments having drastic impact on how the round plays out. Ethan doesn't swing for another second. Tenz, unless he chooses to blind fire into the smoke, which he very well could have, very likely doesn't get that kill, and we're potentially talking about a 6-4 here. Oh,
a few more rounds and 100 Thieves is doing all right.
Dapper saw him. Dapper saw him. He knows he's there. Steel does as well. No way. Look at how weak Steel got. And he dies through the cage.
Sentinels is just giving themselves such an upper hand each round before they're even seeing their opponent. Shazam with the 6th sense on his 6. And he's going to be able to find another frag there on Asuna as he's blast packing around trying to make movement on the map. Here comes the spike. 6 going to get it down there, give him an ult point as well. And they're going to be rolling out here to set up post plant.
Shock dart just a bit late. You saw waiting for that recon dart to come through onto the site so they can pop it as instantly as they could, but you know the retake just feels very flat at this point, and you know it just seems to be getting worse.
Oh my, the confidence right now from Sentinels running through the drone, know he's gonna find somebody here towards heaven. A few shots missed. Zoms is going to be able to clean that one up as well. They know they have 100 Thieves on the ropes, on these saves. The ecos make it so tough. And the last round and a half will be that last chance at a 4th round to go into the second half. That's so big, especially with what can occur after pistol round if it goes to your enemy.
That just, you're right, that puts so much
four rounds feels so good at this point.
Yeah. Right, you take that. Given how this half is gone, you'll take that.
Yeah. See if they get it here, Doug. Still just the bank on the side of Sentinels.
Op in the hands of Steel. Right, like think about how long they've been conditioning that breach CC to wait and then push out. It doesn't come out. Steel's waiting there with the op to see if they're going to swing out. But again, Sentinels are pushing their way into Garage. There's nobody who was playing tight. They take so much space away. Great flash, though, as Asuna gets one.
They know he's low. They're going to try to focus on this. He says, all right, I'm in there then. As the flash comes out from Nitro, they try to work off that as Ethan comes up big. We've seen him do work from the garage hall. A very comfortable position for him, as now Sentinels have to call a bit of an audible here, and they're going to be on the fly for the rest of this strat.
Right here.
Now, here's the thing. Zoms has it from the shadows. They could flip the map, or Shazam can just use the 100 Fury to try to clear out that elbow space instantly. Does tag up one. Zoms follows up. Isn't enough to get the kill. But Ethan, again, from Garage, gets the 3rd on the round. Dueling Hunter's Furies, and it looks like this is going to be a bit more effective as Shazam drops. Great shots from Hiko. You mentioned Riv. 8-4 feels good. Given how the first half went, you got it.
Exactly. All right. They have a little bit of room to work with. Let's see how this one went down. A lot of that early aggression towards mid. And that was Garage. And that was the first time we saw kind of that much of a committal through Garage. Usually it'd be one lurk. You'd see the drone go through there first, and C would be the hit until you have, you know, Dapper in Garage lurking by himself. So 100 Thieves was able to tack down on that one as we get a replay of a bit of this first half. And we move into the second half here of our second game in this best-of-3 series. Sentinels looking very strong right now, and they took map 1 on Ascent.
Here we go. On attack, 100 Thieves. What do you have? Look at how Sentinels posted up. They want to, and it looks like they may try to take some early aggression. Yeah, look at them. Look at Garage. Look how far Sick has already taken up space. As they funnel onto A, he can be devastating on the flank, especially if they don't swing back to it in time. But so far, Asuna and Hiko gotten onto the site just fine. Tenz and Zoms done. Sick and Dapper left alone. There's the flank. It's given away. Might be able to get that kill. Great flash. Great, better turn away. As he gets the kill, isn't able to get the second. Dapper's left alone. Not for long. Very well played response from 100 Thieves.
That was huge that they took down Sick, Doug. Steel prioritizes gates on the first round to create space, create his own angles, and as we've seen before, kind of be a rat around utilities so he can make his way through secretly. If Nitro didn't damage and then a follow-up kill came onto Sick, that flank could have meant the round. Sick was coming up big there, so great job by 100 Thieves. Very much needed round, and they made it work.
We're going to see a similar fight for A lobby control. Dart, Sick swings out. gets that ult orb, so he's now 3 points away from having to run it back, and then he's going to retreat back to safety. Meanwhile, 100 Thieves testing the waters across the middle of the map.
All right. I'm waiting for... So everybody waits for the second round mid push now? It seems like a gentleman's agreement almost, that they do it in their scrims maybe and fake each other out here in tournament. Two waiting patiently on the other side. They're going to get that flash as soon as they hear the ult orb. So that triggers it. Nice little headshot there to start off the round and break a bit of that health that Sick wants as he heals up.
I like how they tap that out too, right? Just tapping the orb and then understanding there's likely a flash on the other side and they're going to swing. So peel right back off. They draw out some of that utility. And because they aren't showing on C anymore, you see Sentinels, they have to respect it. They're going to funnel all the way over to A. And much like we saw in Ascent Riv, Sentinels are reading things before 100 Thieves can make the play even happen.
It's pretty wild how they move like this all the time. I mean, maybe Dapper pushing up a little bit here, not seeing anything, understanding that nothing's in garage, or hasn't heard it. You're right, though. Sentinel's always making an early move on these. Hiko's. Oh, as soon as he brings out the trap, Steel goes down to the Sheriff. And that's going to be a very good kill coming in for Tenz. They start to move their way back over, knowing this is not a committal on A, so they have to distribute over to BC.
Dapper. Oh, Dapper! Hiko takes him out. Great shots from the Spectre. He really could have blown that thing up. They have garage control, and Asuna with the Vandal. One of the few, I think he's the only full rifle on the team at this point. Just trying to get more ult orbs, trying to get closer to that showstopper. Sick alone here. He's got a Spectre, so he's upgraded a weapon. And they're not super healthy. He's going to isolate the gunfight too, but Ethan comes up big there to stop any shenanigans from Sentinels as 100 Thieves take the second round. No flipping, no thrifty round win after winning the pistol. This half is going as it should.
Ethan stepping up. Look at that scoreboard right now for 100 Thieves, the newest member of the team, feeling good here, third day in. He's always in the middle to the top, so he's been really able to show. We hear about his mechanics all the time, and he's able to put forward the confidence as well to be that opening shot. We saw how strong he was on Cat Ascent to open that up for the team and help them get rounds here. He carries that in now to Haven. 8-6. We're getting into round 15 here. Let's see what happens.
And, you know, you see some of the payoff of Asuna. While he died in the last round, still has a Vandal this time, while the rest of 100 Thieves seem to be riding on. Oh, no, Nitro does as well. So a bit of a bonus being pushed out from 100 Thieves as they try to push out across the middle of the map. Meanwhile, defensively for Sentinels, no A presence. Very comfortable playing for retakes there as they've stacked elsewhere on the map. Oh.
But
if that doesn't
got a little
get
headache.
checked, surely
Deja vu? Yeah, this used to be a great corner. The addition of everything down here kind of made you stick out a little bit. So nobody to trade there. And I think that's kind of telling as well. Knowing no one was able to trade him out on that kind of meant the drone was just to clear and see if there was a push. This is going to be lively action at C, and Asuna starts us off with a first blood.
The paranoia was there. Sick is all the way down at the bottom of C-Long, so keep an eye on him. He really can make this thing go entirely sideways. Ethan's going to drop first. Steal on the swing through the garage. He's going to drop as well as Sick continues to be a nuisance. Ensure that nobody's big on the flank. The spike has gone down. Nitro with 3. That's huge. Sick here in a 1v3. Not around for long. Nitro with just a sliver of health, and it didn't matter. So well played by 100 Thieves. Even given how Sentinels were in a great position to stop that round, 100 Thieves push right through.
It's not very often you see that explosive charge taking somebody out, but we did. Aftershock, rather. And what a hit coming out of that. Nitro coming up big on that round. He's able to capitalize on it. And 100 Thieves are feeling good as they look to come up with a tie here on their second map. And this one is Sentinel's pick now. So they're kind of saying thanks for the map picks. We've seen that a lot throughout this tournament. And I like what Valley said. Sometimes it's not about the stats. It's about the play style. It's about the mood of the day. And right now, 100 Thieves is finding the vibe.
They are, and they're doing so at just the right time. Furthermore, Sentinel's on a mixed buy here, right? Pistols, Buckies, maybe a Spectre. So, I mean, you're really looking at a world where we could be tied up at 8 after how the first half went and really after how the first map went. You've got to be feeling real good if you're 100 Thieves. You're starting to get the wind behind you. You're starting to get something cooking. You got
the heist is on. Shazam down, being an alt point away. That's one good one to take away from the Sentinel squad. Run it back is there, as well as Tenz. We'll focus on where they are moving towards. Looks like they're going to be holding towards A, so Sick may be able to just get himself out, delay it. I wouldn't see him doing a run it back there, so he may try to exit the site before this happens. If they figure it out, it is coming A. Again, you have Dapper with the long hold on C, just waiting for something to happen, and he may start moving now.
Asuna gets on. Asuna gets dropped. Sick was there. Tenz with the Blade Storm as well. It's a full send onto the site. Tenz doesn't connect. He has to dash away, and Steel swings out and takes care of him. Very well played by 100 Thieves. The gun difference is felt as Dapper's left alone. They get onto the site. They deal with the players who were playing in the cheeky 50s, and they take the round away. An 8-8 here on Haven.
Solid execution, right? Going into the site, winning the firefights, creating your own angles with a few smokes. 100 Thieves playing the basics and playing them well. Steel to open up with the smoke through here, and those are the few of the things going in their favor as well, right? Once these smokes come out, they just strafe it out and take the firefight. 100 Thieves, 8-8 now as we're all tied up. I love this right now. We're in looking for a map 3 here, Doug, and I can't wait.
Baby, we've got something cooking. Nitro's got the Rolling Thunder. Asunu just a point away from his showstopper as well, and this is not a feel it out, right?
No.
They're far more. All right, we're going A. Look at how far up Asuna's gotten already. Seal just waiting to see if anyone's. No way. No way.
I mean, Breach is there, so they know, but maybe the Rays being there is what they would avoid or wait for the blast pack, so it could be trickery.
Look at the flank. Look at the flank. Look at how much space Sentinels have taken. Sick now uses the red back, and oh my gosh, they're sitting ducks. Ethan and Hiko both drop. It looked so promising for 100 Thieves, and Sentinels respond at just the right time to hit where it hurts. There's the Rolling Thunder, but Asuna looking to get this back in favor of 100 Thieves. He gets a couple of picks, drop things down to a 3v3. He's got the showstopper as well. Tenz looking to go big for Sentinels, and so far, so good. The spike goes down. Number advantage in favor of Sentinels, and oh my gosh, Tenz is just a man possessed. Dapper does it as well. They completely pick apart what 100 Thieves have cooking, and they take the lead again.
8-8 to be able to walk down mid that far undetected at all and have multiple people in that position, somebody covering you, somebody out of garage. They had such a good read on the A committal from 100 Thieves, and then were able to just pincer right on into the site when they needed to. Like you said, Tenz a man possessed, helping to frag down 100 Thieves as they pull one back into their favor. 100 Thieves was stringing them together there, and Sentinels said, wait a minute.
Okay, let's reset here. 100 Thieves, they have three ultimates to work with. And it looks like they're going to try a heavy hit towards A again. Blast pack across, ensure that there's no operator on the other side to potentially...
The push from C this time as well from Sentinels.
Okay, so this is very much an A hit. Ethan gets up top. Shazam waits for it, drops back down. Shazam can be so problematic here, Riv. And he's got the Hunter's Fury. Okay. Takes a step back. Keep an eye on that ultimate, okay? They're getting onto the site. There's the Hunter's Fury that we were talking about. But the paranoia came out. He got enough to get another. Steal. Yes!
Looks like they're going to be taking it now. They feel good off of Shazam. Confidence there. It's going to be Asuna holding the ult, waiting for somebody to come through with a showstopper so he can stop it in its tracks. That's one as he fires it in the toes, finds it. They're going to be forced to get out of this one. Sentinels may not be able to make it work. Yeah, oh, they tried. They went back and forth. It seems like they miscommed as Shazam was leaving heaven. Sick was still all for it, and 100 Thieves thrive in the chaos of round 17. Round 18, I should say. What a win there as we keep going round for round here, Doug. Ultimates on deck are going to be Hiko's. Could have an alt orb focus. Zombs from the shadows as well as Dappers aren't as effective. And we'll see how Tenz pans out. Oh, I'm sorry, Sentinels pans out to defend this round.
Riv, and I love how Asuna played that. He triggers the showstopper and then just waits. Right? How many times have we talked about... All right, hang on. A little early aggression. Sick pushes him back. 100 Thieves turn their attention to C. And it's Alma. Dude, they're full sending, but there's a judge on the other side. Dapper playing in the cage, good for one. Backs up and uses their no theft. That's going to give everything away. And then look at the pinch again. Look at the pinch from Sentinels. They've gotten all the way through into the spawn. 100 Thieves are going to have to push through that to get to the rest of the map.
A round where 100 Thieves commits everything to the same spot. You get the biggest return on investment from the neural uplink. Shazam! It's a shotgun round. Holy moly, Sentinels coming up huge this time. Dapper starting it off. Neural uplink. Shazam knowing exactly where he needs to be on the early push. They are trying to send a message to 100 Thieves with each of these rounds that they're able to get under their skin. And now Hiko is left to clutch this one versus 3.
I will say, given Hiko's antics, he's probably due for one, right?
Well,
it's been a while, but it's not going to be this time around. A 50-round win. They play the map beautifully, Riv.
Yeah.
They choke them down at the bottom of C-Long, and then once you get the first couple of picks and you think, okay, we're going to be able to funnel into A, everything's okay. Nope. There's a Bucky on the other side that rips them to shreds.
Oh, just clothesline. Just clothesline as he came through the door. And this situation for Hiko, actually, I love the way he played it. Thinking of the jump peek, right, coming in from Dapper. When somebody's jump peeking like that, they more than likely, if it's going from a far range, they're doing it by themselves. If it's close, there's more than likely someone else there. So you saw Hiko go to window first to find a 1v1, knowing he'd probably face 2 people checking that jump.
And you see, and the problem is,
oh my word,
they take so much early space, right? Look at how far up Dapper is already. If it's an A hit, they punch in. Look at how far up Shazam is down A long. If it's a B hit, they can pinch in. They've just suffocated 100 Thieves the last couple of rounds. It's going to funnel them to go right into the lap of Tenz on the other side of the smoke. As devastating of a player as he can be, looks like he might get given away by the drone. He swings at just the right time, and Ethan responds with it beautifully. Dapper, as we mentioned, on the flank. Zom's on the site. Dapper's there. The spike goes down. You feel the pressure, right? Like, I feel it. And I'm not even in the game.
You're only seconds into the round. Maybe like 15, 20. And you are seeing Sentinels in positions where they're taking out 100 Thieves looking like they would be pushing with 100 Thieves. How? Where? They're walking around so freely. They are just inside the heads of 100 Thieves rent-free right now. It's still a very close game, but the Sentinels doing this from time to time makes you wonder.
Now, I think the concerning thing here for 100 Thieves is pistols, right? Nitro might be the only one with a rifle, I believe. But other than that, pistols. So Sentinel's looking to get to match point here.
Got the spike.
No early aggression down C-Long this time. Understanding that if you opt to push up C-Long this time, you very well could be met with a Bucky, a Shorty, a Sheriff, something up close that just peppers you.
Maybe like last time. They're afraid of that already. Darts going on both sides. And doesn't look like anybody's going to get too much information off of that. 100 Thieves is committing. Now watching the backseat. It was like everybody turned around at one point. The realization of, no, wait a minute. As they turn around, because no frag coming in from a side of Sentinels. They don't get too much info, so now they start to work mid, re-grab this information that they might have lost.
And I like that they put the rifle in Nitro's hands to try to get a rolling thunder, but it drops right off the bat. Right, Dapper's there too, Dapper with 3! Steel trades it out. It's gonna be a 1v3. Ladies and gents, Sentinels continue to make a statement. They're on map point. They're looking to put 100 Thieves away.
What is with Dapper today? This tournament. Super stepping up, sick. Tenz, names always being talked about. You see Dapper on the flank coming up with good ones. But even when presented with face-to-face firefights with more than one person, he's standing tall and coming out on top. All of Sentinels now at 14 or 15 kills or more. That is team participation to take a win if I ever saw it.
100 Thieves. Gotta dig deep here. Gotta pull some magic out of their hats, something special. They have 2 ultimates. Certainly don't have that Rolling Thunder that we were talking about a moment ago. And then for Sentinels, the aggression early on already. They start to take too long. You see it followed up. Sick pushing his way through, and he gets a pick as well. The Hunter Spear from Hiko on the push back, right? Like understanding that when aggression comes in from one side, it's likely coming in from another as well. Invest that to push it back and gets the kill onto Tenz with Yop. That's going to open up the map for 100 Thieves.
Catching him in the rotation a little bit here, looking at the off angles. 100 Thieves gets the better of Sentinels as Nitro takes down Dapper with a Sova 100 Fury firing across the map. Ethan blind, or taking down Sick as he's blind, I should say, in the 4v2 now as Sentinels try to capitalize on a round that could end the game, but looks like it will be extended one more by 100 Thieves here.
Big there, and then for Nitro to get that Rolling Thunder online off the spike plant. That's big. Sentinels just down to Zombs in a 1v4. And I think the tricky thing is, and I know we can't, well, he's dealing damage, and that's exactly what I was about to highlight, is the financial situation for Sentinels, right? Like, 100 Thieves, you know they've lost the last couple. I don't know what their bankroll looks like. But for Sentinels, I believe they should be able to buy full here as well. I'm just concerned for 100 Thieves, this is getting very expensive.
That was a great job by Zombs to make sure it was indeed expensive. You're very right, Doug. And we'll see what they can get here. It seems like they have quite a bit, maybe half armor if they actually have to go for it. But every round's a buy from here on out. You can't really toy with any of that economy.
No.
Steel picks up another 100 for himself here, and we see the rest of the trades. 100 Thieves now, and this is the moment. Do you see this team play in the play not to lose, or they still play to win with confidence? Angles can be held. That's your goal as a defender. The offenders come to you. But right now, Sentinels is just going through so fast. From defense, they're bringing the fight to 100 Thieves.
Tenz with an op, holding down A long. And Zombs is there ready, just in case they make it through. You see that setup already. As soon as Tenz sees someone, if they somehow make it across that operator, he's going to be waiting on the other side. The paranoia comes out as well. Interesting use of that early on. The cage is there to provide some cover for Steel. Tenz misses. Steel punishes him. What a big pick.
Amazing. That is such a big frag this round, and they don't even have to work on it right away. Having Tenz down means he can obviously not be mobile, but that's the Opera's job, is to then be a nuisance at B, be at C, so they think you're still holding A. None of that has to be worried about. Garage bringing it close range, medium firefight is what 100 Thieves wants, as they're still all across the map. This is going to be a scatter take. See if it works for them.
Oh no! The Rolling Thunder was there, and Dapper takes care of Asuna as he blast packs across, but Nitro, we're good for the retake. Dapper drops. The spike's going to go down. Numbers advantage in favor of 100 Thieves, as it looks like it's getting worse. But Zombs has to go big there. It's just Shazam alone. In a 1v2, they've taken post plants down. C-Long. Shazam with an opportunity here to win the map, to win the series for Sentinels. But no, we're going to play another round as Ethan comes up big for 100 Thieves.
That was very 100 Thieves that round. Textbook. Only a few people taking the site. You think it looks dangerous, but those two are a powerhouse. All the way back at long was Hiko, and already coming around from Garage was Steel. That's the spread you see from 100 Thieves, giving the people insight who are taking it the confidence that no one's rotating around. You're probably only going to see a few. That's the information grab. We saw a lot of input being used there from 100 Thieves that round.
Oh, baby. We may be looking at overtime. Tenz has an operator
I sure
again.
hope so.
Dude. You got to give the people what they want, right? Come on.
Cage triggered.
Oh, man. That's big early on, too, out of Asuna. To get that pick through through the cage, right? Just the impact. Oh, no, and Tenz somehow dropping still lands that shot onto Steel.
I believe it. It's Tenz. What in the world are we witnessing right now? Tenz doing everything he can to make sure it does not go to a third map from what we just saw. A little magic. And now with 1 minute left in the round, the showstopper of Asuna is into the site. Sentinels is playing the first short hard retake as they wait for everyone to get in position. Here comes Tenz from A.
Shazam 1 point away from the Hunter's Fury. The paranoia comes out. Asuna playing the ankle roll. Asuna good for 1. Dancing around the box as he tries to get the second. It's actually Nitro that does it. Tenz with the op, gets 1, and it gets traded out Zombs in a 1v3 to avoid overtime. He's got some utility. That he doesn't have at this point is friends.
Cover going out.
Now he's known.
Yeah, and the spike just continues to tick away, right? If you're Zombs, you gotta go. You just don't have very many options. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to overtime.
This is exactly what it needed to come down to either way, whether it was Sentinels pushing it to 3 or 100 Thieves pushing it to 3. You want to see this kind of competition coming out of the teams, especially for 100 Thieves to just be able to recoup after what happened first map. If you're a top tier team that cannot get you down, and knowing what was happening that map, it seems like they had a really good idea of how they wanted to play here. Remember, this is Sentinel's pick on Haven. We'll see if they can keep it.
100 Thieves back on the defense here in the overtime rules. Nitro in that common position where he's going to CC down A short. We're just a few moments away.
What a score by
trying
Ethan.
to settle this map. Yeah, dude's playing out of his mind. Oh, and I like this. Speaking of Ethan, he's doing a little bit of dapper, right? Like, look at how much space he's taking down C-Long already.
So much patience, too. Do the cat and mouse game. You love to see it. The smoke clears, and we'll see if that initiates any more movement. But it looks like Ethan's in for a bit of a party here at C-Long and Cubby. And he'll have a bit of help from Steel up top to let him know that party's coming. Great jump by him, and he will find Sick to start. That's going to be another one. Ethan almost for 3. Right on his right. He has the angle. He has the kill. And Ethan shuts down Sentinel C-Long.
They found my wire.
What an insane performance out of Ethan. Coming up huge when his team needed him the most. Steel was there for the bait, right? The info was given, and then the man answers the call at just the right moment to get 3 big ones, and the spike goes down. What a round out of 100 Thieves.
From 24 to 27 kills, just like that. He is setting himself up so well for these positions. You were right to call out the info grab, moving down. Overtime, you want all the info you can get, and then you might want an Ethan pushed up a little bit at C-Long to boot there, if it happens that way. And great finish by the rest of the team. Great control on the OT by 100 Thieves so far. Let's switch it up and see what Sentinels can do.
Yeah, I mean, now 100 Thieves on the attack. What are they going to dial up? Keep an eye on Dapper, see how much space he chooses to take. The narrative, really, when Sentinels was on defense, was the ability for them to take C-Long, to take A-Long, and to really suffocate 100 Thieves into where they either had to fight through the members of Sentinels or go towards the middle of the map, and you might get some of this here again, as 100 Thieves seem to be very comfortable, patiently waiting things out. Also note, Riv, Tenz brought an op into the overtime round, so he has no armor.
Yeah, that's a big naked buy right there. He's aerodynamic, but very dangerous. 1 minute left on this round. He'll see if he can make an impact with that one. 100 Thieves is actually, Sentinels is backing up right now, making sure that they have very good positioning for their rotations, and they're not too committed to any site at this point, playing all the way across that spawn line, if you will.
Hey man, and you can tell neither team really wanting to make a mistake. The pace of the game just comes to a screeching halt. Now it looks like 100 Thieves want to make a play towards C. The spike gets picked up. Ethan gets the shots onto Dapper. Again, the paranoia is going to come out. Counter smoke. The flash is there, excuse me. Oh, Tenz! Up close and personal. Shazam's good for 1 as well. As 100 Thieves are just down to 1.
That was a pie to the face as Tenz came out of the smoke there for Asuna. Oh my word, the crits goes to the next one. Coming from spawn, we're going into a second overtime as Shazam finalizes the kill on Steel.
Switching
I know we talk about him a lot.
Overtime.
I know we do, right? But that round, how do you not? 2 huge op shots there. One of them, like, the gun barrel was in Asuna's ear. And then for him to land that last one there is just so well played. He's just so good.
Those ones feel great. It's kind of like the medium difficulty shot, but especially when the flick like that hits their head and you sweep them off their feet. Chef's kiss. Chef's kiss right there. Feels real good on scoping in. All right. We are back to 100 Thieves buying up along with Sentinels. The operator's there once again. Tenz is feeling comfortable on it, and the team says we let Tenz do what he feels comfortable doing. And that's going to be his role. Get a tactical pause real quick as the teams, I should say, discuss what could be the road to victory here.
Now, I want to see how Sentinels choose to play this, right? Given how the last overtime round went, understanding that Ethan took all of that space away, I wonder if they show a little something towards C, just to kind of bait them into thinking that that's where they're going to go and draw some of that utility out and draw some of that presence and some of that attention towards that area of the map while they slow down and feel out everything else.
It's hard to say. I mean, it does seem slow overall. I think both teams are finding where Tenz is to start, right? You'll say, okay, where are they focusing him? If we can push somebody down, we'll be able to get info without losing someone from the defensive side, of course, of 100 Thieves. And then thinking about who they might prioritize on the side of Sentinels here. They've been working so well as a team, and it seems like they've kind of just been able to catch 100 Thieves off guard most of the time. A quick A-strap, pull back, and float to B has left them with quite a bit of room on the strats they're trying to pull out.
Attack pause, done. Here
Let's
we go.
do it.
Sentinels again on the attack for the second overtime. You see Tenz. There he is, man. Expecting that aggression coming out of Ethan. He's got the op. He's going to hit that peak early on. It's not going to be challenged, but you already see some of that adjustment.
Yeah, he's going to hang out there for a while. There's always a possibility that you take somebody down at C long. So Sentinels playing it slow with their opper occupied right now. Spikes also drop, so let's see how much ground they can gain here with Sick. And moving up lower. 100 Thieves doing a lot of recon right now to make sure they know exactly what's going on and their movements are not wasted.
Oh boy, here we go. They're fully committing on to A. Asuna's got a chance to do something special there. He gets one, Nitro gets another one as well. As it drops down to a 4v3, make that a 4v2 in favor of 100 Thieves. Nitro anchoring things down on the site. The spike goes down. Tenz, who was watching C long at the beginning, is alone here. He arrives to the party, but just a minute or two late. He's got the op, but he just doesn't have the spike, right? Like, he doesn't have great positioning here either. This is a very difficult ask for Tenz.
They keep missing each other. Looks like Steel's going to stay in his camera for now. A smoke towards long, as this is going to be Ethan pushing up. Does he get it? What is his 29th kill? Nah, Hiko is going to pick that one up first. And now 14 to 13, Doug. Another one as we switch sides here. See if 100 Thieves can push through again on attack.
It was a great adaptation out of Sentinels there. Again, understanding how the previous overtime round had gone. But again, 100 Thieves, they just handled that they handled defending the site on A super well. But now we're going to see them on the attack, right? They dropped the ball here last time around. They weren't able to put Sentinels away, but now they're going to get a chance to do so again. I'm liking this early on. They're showing some heavy aggression towards A, and then look at how Sentinels respond. Dapper's all the way up through mid already.
Watching Shazam, he's having such a great game right now. We talked about the impact of that leader, of that caller, being able to frag out here, and he's right now at the top of the list. Tenz looking for a shot's gonna find Steel. That helps out the round with the first blood for Tenz. Confidently moving out with Dapper just below him. They're going to secure mid. This is big. 100 Thieves basically have to go with what they have now, knowing they could be surrounded.
Embarrassing.
Wow.
Oh, man. Ethan drops Sick, anchoring down Garage. He's going to have curveball as well, and then you see Dapper on the flank. So even if they do manage to get the spike down, Dapper can blow things up. Spike goes down. Sick. Good for Asuna. Only 2 members remain for 100 Thieves. It's just Hiko now. Hiko's not going to be around for long. Riv, we're playing another one. Neither team willing to give an inch.
Oh, my word. Let's do it again, Doug. We're going back into another OT, number 3 here. Sentinels does not want to go away to or go into a third map, I should say. 100 Thieves doesn't want to go into that lower bracket. They're going to have to be facing Gen G if they do lose this match. Another great one to watch, but both of these teams are gunning for the full upper bracket win. Sentinels right now had a really great stride coming into this game. 100 Thieves has been able to battle back, and maybe they take it all the way here. Our third OT.
Heavy bunch towards A early on for Sentinels. Fully sending here, you see the tripwire towards C, which leads me to think that there is no question about where they want to go. They've gotten a short control. They've gotten a long control as well. The question is, at one point, do 100 Thieves believe that that's where the play is going and rotate off towards A? Steal alone. Waiting to hear things out. We mentioned earlier on in the map with how good they are on the retake. They're going to get a chance to show it here.
Spike planted.
They have breach utility. Oh no, Hiko goes down right away! The Sova is so necessary for the retake. How will this work for 100 Thieves now as they try to get back in? Steel is already injured as he's up and having smoked off. The rest of the team needing to make commotion from lower.
Steel's tagged up. And you see Zombs down low waiting for that push to come through. And here comes counter paranoias at almost the exact same time. They still can't find a way into the site. Here goes Asuna. He's going to go in first. He's going to get ripped down as well. But the rest of 100 Thieves seem to be just fine. Tenz and Shazam flipping it back. Tenz again for another one. Sentinels take the round. This is the first time we see them take the opener in an overtime bout.
Match point.
That frag early on Hiko sealed the deal right there for Sentinels that round. Having the dart to get back in, understanding where Sentinels was going to be playing, since they did stay in the site, that would have been chaos for them. 100 Thieves may have been able to capitalize, but a lot of that went out the window with Hiko going down. What a push for Sentinels to identify that kill.
And this is what's scary for 100 Thieves, right? Like, the last 2 rounds where we've gone into OT, it's 100 Thieves who wins the first, Sentinels respond, but now Sentinels breaking serve. And now in a position of power where they've shown how good they are on this half of the map. 100 Thieves on the attack. Looking to see what they can get going. Tenz with an operator. Not wise to the fact that 2 members just on the other side of the smoke. Ethan's down. The spike is there as well in the hands of Hiko. He's still alive. Thing is, I don't know that he saw anyone else. So you see Sentinels not fully sending over to see yet because they don't understand what else is there. They didn't see anything else.
The pressure's on now. Usually we'll get a trade in these rounds, Doug, 1 for 1, but now 100 Thieves playing it very slow. They at least want to get what would be some separation out. Quiet down, cut the sound, and believe that they would rotate out. Also, you usually get the jet rotating away from the first kill. Tenz has not done that, so they're going to expect to see it. They're not going to expect to see the op here.
They've got to draw noise to pull Tenz away because he goes stuck. Right? He's still sitting in that cubby. He can't move out. There's no flash on the side. Well, Breach is there now. Now that they've pulled over, now that Nitro has shown up, now they might have a chance at something sick with an excellent curveball. Asunu drops. 3 members remaining on the side of 100 Thieves. Make that 2 as Sentinels look to put 100 Thieves away. Steel and Hiko. No, it's just Steel. Tenz with the Blade Storm looking to take down the remaining member. Steel, what magic do you have in your hat? It's not going to be enough. A flawless round, a statement made. Sentinels 2-0 100 Thieves.
That was a series towards the end, a surprising burst of energy from Sentinels here that teams need to be afraid of continuing in the tournament. And 100 Thieves finding their ground a little too late, but we did see that 100 Thieves that we're so used to seeing out on the maps. Sentinels, though, they just were not to be